To the awesome with Oscar.
Selected to do battle with the USA Chevy star John Scialpi.
Oconner's 351 is really going to have to perform well, and Oconner has some big plans for this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate what happened to John's car, but I'm just thankful that I've got the opportunity to race a guy with some reputation. Obviously, I'm a little bit of an underdog with such a small engine and a heavy car, but I'm just going to go out and do the best that I can and see how we go.
A big challenge for Western Australia's Murray Oconner as he backs the Ford 351 up Stewie Bond. A typical battle, Ford versus Chevy.
Well, it certainly is. Two very different cars, though. Oconner's car probably about 400, maybe 500 horsepower down on the Chevy and weighing about 600 pounds, nearly 300 kilos more. Murray races in a different class to the 57 Chev, but he is not going to be outclassed on the start line. Cuts very good reaction times and currently has a personal best of a 7.98 seconds.
Both vehicles locked away. They come side by side. Scialpi's got at this stage. Oh, a good pass by John Scialpi. Gets there with a 6.7 at 318 k's.
Well, Murray Oconner, not to be outdone, ran 285 k's and a 791 personal best.
Barry Wood back on the track in the little Tirana, running a 330 Chevy up alongside him, Greg Burns.
Well, the battle of the big and little. The Tirana, one of the smallest cars of the track, has a small block Chevy with a supercharger, and he will be leaving the start line first. Greg Burns has a chance to reset his record with the Double B funny car, and it looked like a slow start from Burns. They're chasing very, very hard. The torque of the big block Chevy gets the win for the funny car.
An 8.11 at 212 k's for Greg Burns, and he moves through to the next round.
John Napier, glad to be in the semi-finals. This is the JP1 all-aluminium racing engine in his funny car. Racing alongside him, a 454 big block Chevy. It's been stretched to 460 cubic inches. The car driven by Clive Hudson.
John Napier with that explosive paintwork. The trees are locked away. The guys are ready to go. Green lights come on. Hudson's out first. Napier's on the chase. It's going to be interesting at the top end of the quarter.
Well, Napier with lots of legs is going to run a much faster speed and gets the win. In fact, Napier with the parachute out well before the finish line and going through with a 7.5 and winning by just over a car length. A little bit cocky, throwing that chute out early, Frank.
Yes, a lot of confidence there. George Separovich back on the line now.
Separovich already holding half the national record. If he can go quicker than his national speed record one more time, he will be claiming that mark. He's also chasing that national ET record.
Rob de Mamil, the Holden Calais, running in the B gas bracket.
An A gasser and a B gasser. The white car gets to leave the start line first. It has a slightly slower national record and almost 4 tenths between them, but de Mamil did not wait. Brought up the red light start, giving a free run to George Separovich, who'll go as hard as he can to set that record, and he has improved on both the speed and the ET. George Separovich, a big, big run. De Mamil's wheel stand costing him a red light.
Terry Stacy on the track now in the little Road Emotion Mazda, an RX-7 running a Road 380, and Terry Stacy has found the combination right this time.
Stevie Flynn's alongside this Buick-powered Commodore is coming into its own, really beginning to dominate superstock in Australian drag racing. The Mazda gets to move first, but Flynn will make an enormous amount of torque at half-track. The turbo Mazda on the rev limiter. You see the light inside the car, but Flynn drives past him and gets the win by about a car length.
Steve Flynn through to the next round, the finals. Murray Oconner on the track now. Murray Oconner and John Scialpi side by side, and Stuart Bond, another top pass coming up.
Well, the crowd absolutely loved the burnout. Scialpi hung back and let the West Australian perform his burnout all by himself, and the crowd cheered loudly. Scialpi with a much bigger engine and a lighter car doesn't need to burn out as far down the track. The car will develop traction with cooler tyres, and the great big tyres under Scialpi's car will help him leave the start line fast. Oconner gritting his teeth. He's got a big job right now.
Both vehicles locked away. They come out side by side. John Scialpi from the USA and the 57 Chevy's on another good number. He's going to get there first. Picks up the win with a 6.7 at 320 k's.
That incredible supercharger one as they come across the top end.
Coming at you after the break.